Comes Ismael Londt.
Ismael Londt enters with a 36-6-1 record, 18 victories by way of knockout, making his highly anticipated Glory debut.
Londt is very fun to watch. He's very explosive with his strikes and has a lot of knockouts. He likes to come forward, stalk his opponents against the rope, and he can get very aggressive and throw lots of power. He also has a very vicious switch left knee that he's knocked out many of his opponents with. So Braddock really needs to be careful for some of those acrobatic knees and aggressive striking of Londt.
They call him Mr. Pain, and when you look at some of these injuries that he has put on some of his opponents, his nickname makes a lot of sense. It's a laundry list of opponents' injuries, broken ribs and broken orbitals. Mr. Pain is a perfect nickname for Ismael Londt.
Ranked number 4 in the Glory World Rankings. He's coming off a win at Glory 27 Chicago. Here is Anderson Silva.
Number 4 ranked Anderson Braddock Silva, 39-13-1, 5-5 in Glory. He's won 5 out of his last 10 and 2 out of his last 3.
Anderson Braddock Silva is one of those technical heavyweights. He can come forward and attack, or he can kind of keep distance and keep the fight on the outside. That comes with experience, and he's very good at determining whether he's going to be an attacker or use his distance to defend and counter.
A spot in the heavyweight contenders tournament final is what these two are aiming for. Jafar Wilness has already punched his ticket. Time to find out who he will be matched up against. Here's the tail of the tape for semi-final number 2. Ismael Londt is a year older than Anderson Silva. He has a 1-inch height and 4-inch reach advantage. At 252 pounds, Londt is the heaviest fighter in the tournament. Time for the official fighter introductions.
This tournament semifinal once again scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, a World Grand Prix runner-up and winner of 4 of his last 5 bouts. His professional record, 36 wins, 6 losses, 1 bout scored even, 18 of those wins by knockout. He stands 6 feet 4.5 inches, 1.94 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at an even 252 pounds, 114.4 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Suriname by way of the Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen, Ismael Mr. Pain Londt. His opponent standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, a Brazilian national champion, making his 11th Glory appearance. His record, 39 wins with 13 losses, 1 bout scored even, 24 big knockouts. At 6 feet 3.5 inches, 1.92 meters, he weighed in at 246.5 pounds, 111.9 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Brazil, introducing Anderson Braddock Silva. And once again, your referee is Paul Nichols.
Okay, so you understand the rules you're fighting to, yeah? Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Any questions? Touch gloves, break. Judge, judge, judge. Timekeeper. Fight!
underway here in Copenhagen. Semifinals number 2 of this heavyweight contender tournament. Ismael Londt in the black gloves and Anderson Silva in the white gloves.
There he goes. One of his first strikes is that switch left knee.
Break!
I feel the key to victory for Broddick is to keep the fight on the outside, keep it very technical. He doesn't need to get into big exchanges with Londt.
Londt, a very aggressive fighter, explosive KO power. He's a do-or-die type of approach.
Fight!
Big heavyweight making his glory debut tonight.
Fight!
Referee Paul Nichols might have his hands full tonight with these two big boys. Push kick from Ismael Londt. Body shots from Anderson Silva.
Both of these guys are keeping it really relaxed, keeping it technical. I think the technical fight favors Anderson here.
Anderson Silva's been in the ring with some of the best. Holds wins over Remy Bonyaski, Sergey Kharitonov as well. Lost to guys like Gita and Saki. He's coming off a win over Mo Green at Glory 27 back in February, so this is a quick turnaround for Silva.
Well, he used some good low kicks in that fight. I think even a low kick, using the low kick tonight could be a good strategy to slow down the forward movement of Londt.
Halfway through round number 1, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds.
That left knee touched the chin of Broddick. He needs to be careful. And the way you avoid that knee is you either stay in really close or you stay really long.
Rights from Ismael Londt, backing Silva up against the ropes now. Impressive defense from Silva, blocking that kick.
Silva's using straight punches, and then he's going to mix off some big hooks.
Fighters exchanging now.
Break! Make space. Make space. Fight!
Uppercut slips through from Silva.
Good low kick there. Good strategy. When Londt really shells up like that,
Break down those legs with the kicks. Even if you do move on to the finals, your legs are going to be affected.
he's using that low. That's the low kick time. But he still needs to cover his head because Londt can come back with some big counter punches.
And as you said, Joseph, you start to
low kick really well. As Londt steps in, that's Anderson's timing for that low kick.
Ismael Londt.
That was a beautiful counter left hook by Anderson.
Great crowd here at the Forum, Copenhagen in Denmark. Ismael Londt making his debut here in the Glory Ring, heaviest fighter in the tournament. This guy believes he is one of the toughest fighters around, and here's why.
I know that every trainer, all of the trainers are like, oh, he's lazy, he doesn't train, but all the trainers are afraid. All the trainers know when they have to fight me, they have to train extra hard. They have to keep the guard high, they have to be smart, they have to be sharp, because I am a problem to them, and they know.
Londt is a very dangerous fighter. You've seen some of his past fights, especially with his fight with Badr Hari. It was a crazy fight. He's very hard to put down.
Round number 2, Anderson Silva in the white gloves and Ismael Londt in the black. Right away, these guys come out swinging. Exchanging big shots now.
It's that left hook of Anderson that's doing the most damage. He's using that left hook beautifully.
Silva blocked an uppercut attempt from Londt. This fighter's looking to move on to the finals to face Jafar Wilness. Silva landed more strikes in that first round, 22-11.
Londt needs to be careful because Broddick's trying to set him up with that left hook. He's waiting for it.
Londt said that was part of the game plan, was to avoid that left hook of Anderson Silva.
But Anderson's doing a good job at mixing it up. You'll see him use his jab, right hook to kind of get the attention away from that left hook.
Break. Make space. Fight.
I did like the way he was using his low kick in the first round.
Now Londt, the aggressor.
Break. Space.
Anderson Braddock Silva, of course named after Chuck Norris's character in the movie Missing in Action.
Break.
The number 4 ranked heavyweight in the Glory rankings coming into this fight. Londt's foot stepped through the ropes, reset. And a knee from Londt. Right to the belly of Silva.
I'd like to see Silva put some more combinations together more than that single big punch.
Low kick and a knee from Londt.
Silva showing off his head movement on the outside. He's got a counter off of them. Here he goes. He slipped off that jab again and throwing knees of his own.
Space.
Push Silva up against the ropes. They are separated. It's tough to move Ismael Londt. 30 seconds to go in round number 2.
Break. Fight.
Ismael Londt, he's coming off a loss to Badahari by way of TKO. Yes, the Badahari. Many thought he won the fight, though. Under 10 seconds to go here in round number 2. Well, the big boys are moving on to round number 3. Let's listen into the corner of Ismael Londt. And over to Anderson Silva.
In my opinion, it's 1 round apiece right now. Again, it's a very tough round to score, but I'm going to give it 1 round apiece. Winner of this round takes the fight.
Semi-final number 2 underway. Anderson Silva and Ismael Londt. Winner will be matched up with Jafar Wilness.
It sounded like Londt's corner was trying to tell him to put some combinations together instead of throwing a single 1, 2, 3s.
That's exactly what he's doing now, and he's peppering Anderson Silva. Silva's got to get out of that corner.
He needs to get out. He needs to pivot like he's been doing, and he's got to get that counter left hook going again.
A massive body shot, too, landed from Londt. And now he goes upstairs.
Break. Fight.
Londt turning up the tempo here in the 3rd round.
It looks like Anderson has slowed down. He's just walking. Londt's just keeping him against the ropes and unloading big hand combinations.
Silva hanging on to Londt now. The power of Ismael Londt may have been taking its toll now here in the 3rd round, affecting Anderson Silva.
When Londt throws that big switch knee, he needs to be careful because his head's really open. Braddock is very dangerous with counter punches, so that's a good time for Braddock to start looking at counter.
Londt landing 43% of his strikes, 27% for Silva. Now Londt goes back to throwing 1 bomb, and that uppercut landed.
Londt showing a little Floyd Mayweather there.
Down goes Anderson Silva. Powerful shot from Ismael Londt. drops Anderson Silva.
5, 6, 7, 8. Gloves up. Fight.
Approaching a minute to go.
I think we're gonna see Londt go a little aggressive now with his punches.
Big combinations from Londt. Silva up against the ropes. Low kick knocks Ismael Londt down. Does not count as a knockdown though.
Break.
Let's see what Broddick has left in the tank. Londt trying to pivot off to land his big left hook. But Broddick's throwing right back.
30 to go. Round number 3.
Space. Fight.
With that knockdown, Broddick really needs to pick it up here now, because Londt just stole that round with that knockdown. So Broddick has 15 seconds to try to put something together here.
10 to go.
Maybe a big knee, something. He's got to put something together here.
Fight.
And he's just running out of time to do so. Semi-final number 2 is in the books. The judge's decision comes up next. Well, another heavyweight semifinal in the book, Joseph, and another judge's decision.
Well, I'm actually excited for this tournament final now. With Wilness's style and Londt's style, that's just fireworks. Both guys are just going to stand in the pocket and exchange. It's going to come down to who maybe had the better, better conditioning, more of the less body damage in that round. But it's going to be an exciting fight if both of these guys want a chance at Rico.
It's like you know something, Joseph. Judge's decision isn't in yet, but you are predicting Ismael Londt will move on to the finals. Back at the Forum Copenhagen, Ron Kruk and Joseph Alcellini. Semi-final number 2 is finished between Ismael Londt and Anderson Silva. And these two big boys put on a show.
Well, in the first round, you kind of see Londt trying to come out, use some big punches, but I think Anderson took that first round. Second round, Londt came out a little bit more aggressive, started landing some big punch combinations on the inside. In the third round, he was finally able to get inside and land some big punches, which gave him the knockdown. Right there he goes.
The Glory strike stats. The kicks are all Ismael Londt and was much more accurate throughout this fight. The judge's decision is in. Let's make it official and return to Tim Hughes.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals: 29-27, 29-27, and 28-28. It is a majority decision for your winner, who now advances to the tournament final, Ismael Londt.
Winner by majority decision. A little surprised by that one. But Ismael Londt won't argue with the decision, as he is moving on to the heavyweight contender tournament finals. He'll be matched up with Jafar Wilness, and this one is going to be